Hello, history buffs and curious minds. Ever felt like World War II is a massive, complex topic you can't quite get your head around? Well, what if I told you we could cover the essentials in just 5 minutes? Let's take a quick but powerful dive into the largest conflict in human history. It all started in the aftermath of World War I. Germany, burdened by the Treaty of Versailles, was in a tough spot. Hitler and the Nazis rose to power by promising to make Germany great again. Meanwhile, in Italy, Benito Mussolini's fascist regime had similar expansionist ambitions. And in the East, Imperial Japan was aggressively expanding its empire across Asia. The fuse was lit on September 1, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland. In response, Britain and France declared war on Germany, officially starting World War II in Europe. Using a new tactic called Blitzkrieg, or Lightning War, German forces rapidly conquered much of Europe, including Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, and shockingly, France. By 1940, Britain stood nearly alone, heroically defending its skies in the Battle of Britain. The war then went global. In June 1941, Hitler made a fateful decision. He broke his pact with the Soviet Union and launched a massive invasion, Operation Barbarossa. This opened up the enormous Eastern Front, which would become the deadliest theater of the war. Across the Pacific, tensions were rising between Japan and the United States. On December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, Japan launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor. This act brought the United States, a sleeping giant, into the war, officially forming the main Allied powers: the United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union, against the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan. The tide began to turn in 1942 and 1943. The Battle of Stalingrad on the Eastern Front was a brutal, turning-point defeat for Germany. In the Pacific, the Battle of Midway crippled the Japanese Navy, shifting the momentum in favor of the Allies. In North Africa, Allied forces pushed the Axis out, preparing for an invasion of Italy. On June 6, 1944, known as D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history took place. Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy, France, opening a crucial second front in Western Europe. Fighting their way through France, they began the final push toward Germany. From the east, the Soviet army was relentlessly advancing, closing in on Berlin. Faced with defeat on all fronts, the Axis powers crumbled. In April 1945, with Soviet troops entering Berlin, Hitler took his own life. On May 8, 1945, Germany surrendered unconditionally, a day celebrated as Victory in Europe Day, or VE Day. But the war in the Pacific raged on. To avoid a costly invasion of Japan, the United States made the difficult decision to use a new, devastating weapon. In August 1945, atomic bombs were dropped on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Following these events, Japan announced its surrender on August 15th, officially ending World War II. The war left an unimaginable scar on the world, with an estimated 70 to 85 million casualties. It led to the fall of empires, the redrawing of global maps, and the beginning of the Cold War. It also prompted the creation of the United Nations, in the hope of preventing such a catastrophe from ever happening again. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of World War II in just 5 minutes. Of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but hopefully it gives you a solid framework of this pivotal moment in history. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more history content, and let me know in the comments what topic you'd like to see covered next. Thanks for watching.